Okay guys, welcome to the second season of our FD2R project. So we are here at Go Parts / Go Service, as you can see. The reason for this delay in making this video is we've been buying parts and kind of accumulating them for the next step in going faster, basically, in this FD2R. As you know, there are more and more FD2Rs coming into Australia. We are very, very proud of that as one of the first importers to bring them in. And we want to advance the scene even further by showing people what we can do with the FD2R platform. So without much further ado, let's get down to what we've bought for the car. But before that, I'm gonna have a shout out to our cameraman, Joseph. This is his channel. Click down here, imaginary link, J Hui Photography. That's his channel. Check out his Instagram as well. He's got a lot of cool car videos and photos. Hit him up if you need any work done or just a photo shoot of your nice car. So, all right, let's check things out now. First things first, we need to get rid of the modular shocks on this car. It's very soft and it's very easy to drive on the road, but unfortunately it's just not stiff enough to maximize the tires that are on the car. As you can see, they wear mostly on the outer edge. That's because there's not enough camber adjustment in the stock shocks. With these, with the new coilovers, they will come with camber plates and we'll have more camber, and so during cornering it will maximize, you will use all of the tire tread instead of just the outside. So there's a good reason why we went with Ohlins. My business partners Mark and Albert, they were wussers. They didn't want to ride on very stiff suspension. I was planning to get the Tien mono racing ones. Unfortunately, they have incredibly stiff spring rates, something like 16 kg front and then 12 kg rear. So we stuck with what we know to be one of the best coilovers for the street and track, which is the Ohlins. Now with the Ohlins, you can order them. We're gonna unbox the Ohlins now. You can order them without springs. So this set here we've ordered. It's without the springs. Now the reason why we ordered it without the springs is because we're going to go with something stiffer than what Ohlins had from their specs, which is something like 10 kg front and a 9 kg rear. So as you can see, this is a very nice and light shock. This is a DFV, the dual flow valve technology. These rides really, really nice over on the street, and then when you're at the track, you can just turn them up here, and they become very stiff, and they drive really, really well on the track. So what we're going to pair them with is the Swift springs, which we custom ordered for this setup. They are here. Ta-da! Can you see this?
Yeah.
Okay.
What spring rates did you end up going with?
Went with a 12 kg front and a 10 kg rear. Now we've decided to up the spring rates on the front and rear simply because I think we wanted a more track-oriented setup. So this is the Swift spring. I think this is for the rear. And we have a stiffer rate on the rear because we're going to have a much bigger wing on it, and that's going to create more downforce. More downforce means more pressure on the rear springs, and that means we need to compensate for that downforce with stiffer rear springs. We've got I think this is the front set here. Oh, this is the rear actually. This is 100. There you go. So now there's no point in getting on the suspension and still have the stock sized ink keys on. Those are 18 by 8.5. They're not really wide enough. They look great if you're not going to go with suspension mods. But now that we're going to put new suspension in, we have to put on wider wheels. And I think we're going to go to a 17-inch wheel as well. So why 17s? You know, very simple. Is 17s are going to be lighter. The tires are going to be cheaper, and they make the car handle so much better. I've driven a couple of FD2Rs out there, shout out to Gavin, with the 17-inch wheel setup, and the entire car becomes a lot more nimble, and the turn-in is a lot quicker. That's what we're going to go with on this car, the 17-inch. There you go, this is the RG4 in white. We love the concaveness of these wheels, even though it's something like plus 45. This is 17 by 9 inch. We're going to run a 245 wide tire on this. Probably a Bridgestone RE71 RS, or even the new Nankang CRS profile compound, which we heard is actually quite fast as well. So we've got all the stickers, the tire valve here. It's just going to look mad once we put the wheels on. We picked white because the other colors were horrible in the sizing. I think it was like a dark brown bronze. Didn't like that at all. But yeah, Yokohama RG4s, that's what we're going to put on with the coilovers. Next, we're going to have something a little bit more cosmetic, enhanced. Rice parts, that's it. So this is the Mugen grill. Actually, I've had this for a really long time. I had a grill I picked up for really cheap, but I put it on one of our stock cars, and now that car is gone, and I went to get a brand new one from Mugen. Oops. Oops.
These are actually still in production.
Yes, they are. Normally, you'll want to buy a brand new set of OEM front badge for it with the backing plate and the 2 screws. They normally come with that. And obviously a genuine one, you'll have the Mugen patch here. That suits the Mugen front lip of our car, which is looking to be pretty sorry right now with the easy lip gone and the fade on the paint. That's what you get with the blue FD2Rs in this era. They do have issues with the clear coat fading and coming off. And then the next thing we are going to put in is a spoon steering wheel. So why we're going to put in a spoon steering wheel is simply because the car is...
I've seen a lot of unboxing video, I've never seen a repacking video.
We're putting a spoon steering wheel. It's just for looks and better steering feedback. Looks cool. Executive decision from the top says we have to support spoon, and here we are, spoon steering wheel. It's available on Go Parts, by the way. So check out the website here and order it from us.
Is it a 350 or 340?
Oh yeah, a lot of people do not know this, but Momo makes the steering wheel for spoon. It's the same steering wheel as the Monte Carlo. Now the difference between the Monte Carlo and the spoon is the Monte Carlo is a 350 or a 330 mil wheel, and the spoon wheel is exclusively 340 mil. So the Monte Carlo actually used to come out in the 340 mil until Spoon licensed the design and everything, and now only Spoon has the 340 mil. I like the 340 mil. It's a very good compromise between the 350 and the 330. It's not too small, it's not too big, it feels just right. Oh yeah, and just for info's sake, the original steering wheel, it's about 370 mil, so it's pretty big compared to the 340. Yeah. So now we're going to show off this thing here. It's packaged way too nicely. Don't really want to unbox it, but what's inside is a Feels wing. So the Feels FD2 GT wing. You want to check out how wide it is compared to the Mugen? So we will probably sit like this. Ta-da! And that's without the end plates, I think. Probably more towards here. There we go. So it's a fair bit wider. This is the 1,600 mil wingspan, 1.6 meters wider. And then we've got end plates for this and stands for this. We're gonna take turn one at some really good speeds for this car. This is a discontinued item as well. So this actually, there's a story behind this. Thank you, Sang, for providing this part to us. We've sold this wing to Sang a really long time ago, and he used it, traded it back to us for part payment of some seats. And yeah, and now we have a discontinued field swing that was supposed to go on to his own Civic. Now it's going to carry on and go on to ours. Okay, now for another very functional mod that we're gonna have is we picked this used G-Ready oil cooler up from a customer of ours. So he was parting his FD2R out, and we picked it up for a very good price. It's gonna go on our car, help keep the temps down, and help us monitor the oil temp and pressure. We don't want to risk blowing up the engine on the track, especially now with the summer coming up. It's gonna be very hot out there. Gonna run it with the G-Ready oil sandwich plate, as you can see here. And then we're gonna add some fittings here to detect pressure and oil temp. Yep.
The real question is it Ready or G-Ready?
G-Ready, mate. No, Grady, I think so. I don't know. Whatever floats your boat, right?
That's an age-old question. No one knows the answer. Right?
Yeah, no one knows the answer of. Speaking of oil, we are now the official distributors of Moty's on the east coast of Australia. Moty's is made in Japan oil, designed specifically for very specific conditions in motorsports and on cars. What we have here is a whole range of oils that will suit different needs, from your daily driving all the way to racing. So if you have a high revving, naturally aspirated K20, we have an oil for that, the M111H. If you have a big power iron block RB26, so we have an oil for that. If you have different gearboxes with different type of LSDs in them, we have gear or box oils or diff oils to suit different ranges. Or we also have additives that helps clean your engines up, boost octane, prevent the gearbox from sticking, help synchros mesh better, help the LSD turn better, lock up better. We've got all those under this brand. It's one of the most premium oils you can get for your car, and we are very happy to represent this. Moty's. As you know, someone in the industry, it's very hard to resist all these buying impulses when you see something on Yahoo Auctions or on Croooober. So if you do have the same impulse buying behavior as I do, please don't, it's terrible. Take the link, contact Go Parts, send them the link, get a quote, and if you're happy, pay for it. They'll bid or buy it off Yahoo Japan for you or Croooober, and arrange it to come here or have it posted directly to your door. So this is actually very cool, brand new old stock, and it was made in 2001. Check that out. June on the 5th of June. So you can see these are 7 spokes design by Yokohama Wheel Design Lab. So pretty funny.
Now we've got spoon wheels and we've got spork wheels.
Yeah, now we have the 7 spoke wheels. Okay, no spoons, no forks, but spokes. Okay, let's check this out. This is a classic design from them. Unfortunately, yeah, classic 7-spoke design. There you go, gunmetal. Yeah, funnily enough, right, if you look at their current Yokohama model catalog, they still show this wheel on an FD2R. It's a gold wheel on a white FD2R. Doesn't have the concaveness, only around here. And the spokes are just mostly flat, just a bit of concave. Check this out, it even comes with the manual. And unopened brand new tire valves down here. Oh my god, look at the tape. It's
JDM tape.
JDM tape, mate. One ABS K1 NUGM. I'm guessing it's a gunmetal tire valve.
Brand new in box, we'll never find out.
Oh no, the tape's broken, so I'm just gonna open it up.
Box.
There it is, a tire valve from 2001. All right, okay. So all these parts will be installed here at Go Service. We'll be installing it over the next few weeks. Fortunately, that will mean that we'll be missing out on the 2023 Honda Nationals. At Winton. We were there for last year. It was really good. Check out the video below. It was a 2-parter. Unfortunately, with all these parts going on, we're gonna focus on staying at SMSB. GP will probably be driving this sometime next month with all the parts going on. And we'll face one of our biggest rivals there, Brandon. I'll see you at the track. And well, that's it. Can't wait to see all the parts go onto the car and drive it on the track and show you how much of an improvement the parts make. See you guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe, yeah?